Today, October 11th, I speak to you with a steady voice that does not tremble because truth does not tremble, and love does not tremble, and the light that chose you long before you were wounded still stands behind your shoulder. Like a faithful mountain, hear me as surely as you feel your breath, because your breath is the signature of my nearness. I have watched the nights you held your own hands to stop them from shaking, the mornings you stitched yourself together with quiet courage, the silent afternoons when you smiled so no one would see the storm behind your eyes. I did not abandon you there. I stood in every doorway of your hope, and when you felt like you were a house with broken windows, I covered you with my wing. Today, my child, I will not whisper. I will speak openly because the hour requires clarity. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your home, and he does not come empty-handed. He comes with a sword that divides shadow from light, lie from truth, and fear from your future. Open your heart. Do not skip this. Do not look away. What I tell you is not to terrify you, but to prepare you, not to crush you, but to crown you. Something is arriving at your door. News with the taste of salt and ashes. A message that will tug the old wound where betrayal once learned your name. But listen, heartbreak is not the end of the story when I am the one writing. Heartbreak is a door, and I am waiting on the other side of it with a garment of new beginnings folded over my arm. You remember the one who hurt you. You remember the words, they snapped like cold twigs. You remember the promises that felt warm for an hour and then turned to smoke. You remember the way they knew exactly where your softness lived and chose to step there anyway. You tried to make peace with the rubble. You try to convince yourself that the right thing is to love people so completely that the pieces of you at least form a beautiful mosaic on the floor. But I did not design you to be tiled with apologies you never owed. I designed you to be whole. I watched as your name was spoken carelessly by lips that once asked you to trust. I watched as your silence was taken for permission. I watched as you became an expert at hiding the ache. And I say to you now, no more hiding. There is a knocking in the spirit today, and Michael hears it. He places his hand on your lentil and says, "This house belongs to the beloved. Enter only with truth." The news that is coming carries a weight, but the weight is not yours to carry. It is the weight of consequence. It is the weight of what was done in shadows now staggering into daylight. It is the weight of the heart that hurt you, finally hearing its own echo in an empty room. Do not be surprised if tears arrive at your doorstep wearing the face that made you cry. Do not be shocked if guilt wears a suit and tries to call itself repentance. I will give you discernment. I will pull back the curtain so you can see not just the words they speak, but the root from which the words grow. Some truths are medicine, some are theater. I will teach you to taste the difference. And while the world may call this moment heartbreaking news, I call it alignment. I call it justice. I call it the closing of a door that has been banging in the wind behind you for far too long. You have asked me again and again why the lesson had to be taught with such sharp chalk. Why trust had to be tested like metal in a fire. Why the people you chose with sincerity folded your sincerity into their convenience. Hear me, I never waste a fire. I never waste a tear. I have been tempering you for rooms you have not entered yet. I have been strengthening your spine for crowns you have not carried yet. The exaltation I have prepared cannot be balanced on the fragile scaffolding of naivety. You needed wisdom with roots, not just leaves. You needed sight that knows an illusion at first glance. Ears that can hear the fracture in a flattering tone. And so, yes, there was pain. But look at you now. You are not the storm. You are the shoreline that the storm could not move. The one who hurt you has run out of places to hide from the truth of their own choices. A message has already been drafted in their heart. Some of it is confession, some of it is fear, some of it is the desperate wish to rewind a tape that has already become history. They will try to reach you. They will try to step back over a bridge they burned. Michael stands on that bridge today. He holds up his hand, not a hand of hatred, but a hand of holy order. And he says, you may not pass with deception. You may not pass with half-light. You may not pass with smooth words wrapped around an unchanged intention. And to you, beloved, he says, stand still. Do not fold your peace to make room for what I am removing. Do not confuse your compassion with an obligation to be hurt again. I am not asking you to hate. I am asking you to heal in truth. I bless your mercy, but I will not permit your mercy to dress up as a doormat. There will be an hour soon when your phone vibrates or a doorbell rings or a name appears in a place you did not expect to see it. You will feel the old ache rise like a tide. Breathe, I will breathe with you. The room will feel smaller for an instant. Memories will crowd the doorway. But then my hand will press gently on your back and the room will widen again. You will hear them speak. You will hear the apology or the explanation or the story they tell themselves to stay comfortable inside their own decisions. You will feel the tug to rescue, the tug to comfort, the tug to cancel your own progress and go back to the familiar cage because at least you know the shape of it. My voice will be stronger than the tug. I will remind you of the day you finally slept without a knife of dread under your ribs. I will remind you of the first laugh that came back to your mouth like a bird returning in spring. I will remind you of the promises we made to your future and how that future has already begun to blossom. Do not retreat from your own garden to water the weeds that once choked you. Compassion can wave across a fence. Compassion does not have to crawl back into a thorn bush. You ask what to do with heartbreak when it arrives at your home in the shape of news, in the shape of regret, in the shape of their face. Do this, put your hand over your heart and say my name softly. That is a key. It unlocks peace that was stacked inside you for this exact moment. Let Michael stand where confrontation belongs because he has the armor for it. Let your part be steadiness. Let your part be truth. If there is a sentence you need to say, I will give you the sentence. If there is silence that will speak more honestly than any paragraph, I will dignify your silence. If there is a boundary that must be drawn, I will draw it as plainly as a shoreline. You will not be cruel. You will be clear. And clarity is love's firmest language. I will not deny the ache that trembles behind your strength. You loved with a real heart. You trusted with a real hope. Your tenderness is not a flaw. It is a field I treasure. So when tears come, do not imagine they disqualify you from victory. Even triumph has salt on its cheeks. Let the tears come. But know this, they are not the same tears as before. Once they fell from confusion, now they fall from release. Once they fell because you were trapped, now they fall because you are walking free and the air is new, and your lungs are surprised by how much light they can hold. Heartbreaking news can shatter a glass that was already cracked. That is mercy. It keeps you from cutting your hands again and again on the rim of something that never could hold you. I am addressing another thing I see in you, the hidden fear that you will miss your appointed hour if you are not available to everyone all the time, even to those who crushed you. Hear me. Your appointed hour is not tethered to their behavior. Your blessing does not require you to babysit someone else's awakening. Your promise is anchored in me, not in the choreography of other people's choices. Today I set your clock by my sun, not by their storms. Opportunities are being aligned with your name with a precision that will quiet your doubts. Relationships that honor your soul are approaching, measured and steady. Work that respects your calling is opening like a door that has haunted you for years. The road ahead does not need you to walk backward to prove your kindness. The road ahead needs you to keep your face toward me and let me do the turning of hearts that belongs to me alone. Michael says to you now, and I echo him, strengthen your threshold. What does that mean? It means decide in advance what love looks like for you. Love that includes truth, respect, consistency, and accountability. It means decide in advance the sentences you will say when someone tries to purchase your peace with panic. It means decide in advance that your home is not a courthouse for chaos, that your mind is not a couch for those who refuse to clean their feet. When heartbreaking news arrives, it will meet a soul who already knows its own weather. It will meet a beloved who knows how to open the window for fresh air without letting in the storm. This is your skill now. This is your dignity now. You do not have to scramble. You do not have to invent yourself in the heat of the moment. I have been shaping you for this very clarity. There are also things you will not hear in the news, and I will tell you them so you do not suppose I forgot them. You will not hear how many times I stood between you and harm when malice plotted at midnight. You will not hear how many roadblocks I placed on paths that would have taken you farther from yourself. You will not hear how many names I crossed off the guest list for your future, because they could not handle the weight of your favor. But you will feel it. You will feel the ease coming. Ease does not mean absence of effort. It means the end of struggle that comes from rowing against your own truth. Ease means the wind has decided to join you. Ease means your inner yes aligns with my yes, and together we begin to multiply your steps. Do not be tempted to rehearse the old script tonight. The mind loves to replay scenes that hurt it, as if one more viewing will finally unlock a different ending. Let the ending be this: you survived, you learned, you rose, and now you walk on. Let the ending be this: mercy for yourself, space for your future, blessing for your honest heart, and distance from what cannot honor it. Forgiveness is a key you hold for your own freedom. Use it. Reconciliation is a dance that requires both partners to have rhythm. You are not obligated to dance with someone who still stomps on your feet. Give what is holy to moments that are holy. Keep your pearls for hands that know what pearls are. Because I love you, I will also talk to you about your next steps in practical light. Tidy your inner room. Gather the fragments of attention you've scattered in 10 directions and call them back. Make simple lists and small promises to yourself that you can keep. Drink water like a prayer. Sleep like a ceremony. Eat in ways that tell your body it is safe now. Speak to yourself the way you always wished they would speak to you. Write your boundaries where you can see them. Place your joy where you will trip over it. Leave notes for tomorrow with gentle words. These are not small things. These are tall walls against the return of chaos. Michael will guard your door, but you will tend your interior with tenderness and order. And together it will be a home I delight to fill with unexpected gifts. Expect goodness. Do not apologize for expecting it. Expect the phone call that honors your skill. Expect the friend who treats your story like a garden and not a gossip column. Expect the opportunity that fits you like a coat tailored by memory. Expect the laugh that bubbles up in a grocery aisle because you suddenly notice how light you feel. Expect the sun to find you at the exact angle your face needs. Expect the silence to be soft instead of heavy. Expect me. Expect me in the small things that know your name. A perfect parking space when you are late. A song you needed without knowing you needed it. A quiet seat by a window that understands your thoughts. Expect me in the large things that change your calendar. The email that turns into a doorway. The meeting that turns into a partnership. The idea that wakes you like a gentle thunder and refuses to leave because it loves you. Now hear this clearly. When the one who hurt you finally faces what they did, I will be there with them too. My justice is not revenge. My justice is restoration aligned with truth. If they are ready to be made whole, I will take them into a school you never need to attend again. I will teach them how to hold what is precious. I will teach them how to speak without splinters. I will teach them how to be the kind of person who does not require someone else's collapse to feel tall. That is my work. Yours is to be well. Yours is to be bright. Yours is to be free. Do not audition for the role of their savior. I already have that role and I do not need an understudy. Bless from a distance if distance is what truth requires. Bless face to face if truth ever permits. But in all things, keep your peace. Your peace is not a luxury item. It is the engine of your calling. Tonight, as your house quiets, Michael will walk its perimeter. He will touch the corners with light. He will listen for any thread of fear, and he will pull it gently from the weave of your thoughts. You may feel a warmth near the doorway, a sudden stillness where anxiety used to pace. That is not your imagination. That is the architecture of your safety being reinforced. I am fortifying your thresholds because blessings are heavy, and they require strong hinges. You are ready for weight that is good. You are ready for responsibility that honors you. You are ready for love that tells the truth even when it trembles. You are ready for days that do not apologize for their joy. Remember this promise and write it somewhere if you need to. What is arriving that seems heartbreaking is in my hands, heart-shaping. I will shape you without shattering you. I will bend what must be bent. I will remove what has decayed, and I will seal what has healed. You will wake and find that the room inside your chest has windows you never noticed. You will open them and the breeze will smell like new pages. They will come. They will speak. You will listen. You will know. You will choose life. The day will not devour you. You will dine with the day. The night will not smother you. You will sleep inside a lullaby of certainty. Do not skip this moment. Do not rush past the tenderness of my hands at work. Do not talk yourself out of the miracle because it is wearing sensible shoes. Let me be extravagant in ordinary ways. Let me prove that safety is not boring. It is brilliant. Let me make your name a quiet proverb for endurance that becomes elegance. Let me return to you the hours that betrayal stole by converting them into wisdom that multiplies time. Let me anchor your identity in places where storms cannot reach. Let me deliver you from the addiction to chaos by making peace feel like home instead of a hotel. I have seen the future days, and I smile over them. Your gate swings on oiled hinges. Your path is lit without glare. Your laughter will no longer be rented. It will be yours paid in full. There will be mornings when you touch your chest because the light feels liquid inside you. There will be afternoons when you put down your work because a joy appears at the window and asks to be let in. There will be evenings when you can hear yourself think and the thought is kind. There will be midnight prayers that are no longer crisis calls but late-night conversations between friends. You and I, we are not done building. We are just beginning to furnish the life you deserved while you were busy convincing yourself you deserved less. So when the knock comes, breathe. When the message arrives, read with me beside you. When the tears gather, do not scold them. When the choice appears, choose what protects your peace. Michael will hold the line. I will hold your heart. The news may try to break you, but it will fail because I have already made you unbreakable in the place that matters. You are not glass. You are a river. You are not a victim. You are a garden after rain. You are not the echo of what they did. You are the voice of who I say you are. Take my hand. Walk with me through this doorway. Leave the door open behind you long enough for the stale air to leave, and then close it with a gentle hand that knows its own strength. I bless you with quiet courage. I bless you with wise eyes. I bless you with boundaries that feel like music. I bless you with endings that free beginnings. I bless you with a heart that refuses to harden and a mind that refuses to be fooled. I bless your home with light tonight, and I bless the road ahead with a banner that reads simply and forever. Beloved, protected, rising. I am speaking to you now with the fullness of my breath in your chest and the weight of my hand upon your shoulder, and I am asking you to listen without breaking eye contact with the truth I am placing before you. Today, on the 10th of October, a thin veil trembles around your home, around your heart, around the place where you set your keys and your hopes and your little promises to yourself, and you can feel the air noticing you. The message is not ordinary. It is not another hour that slips away like water. It is a bell rung from the highest tower of your destiny, and the sound is traveling through every wall that tried to keep you small. Archangel Michael stands at your doorway, not to frighten you, but to keep your doorway from collapsing under the weight of what is about to pass through it. He says, "There is heartbreaking news approaching your house, the kind that could buckle a person who does not know me. But you do know me. Even when you doubt, you know me. Even when you tremble, you belong to me, and I will not let the tremble own you. You have been feeling it for days, a pressure that sits in the corner of the room like a suitcase no one admits they packed. The room still looks normal, but the air is crowded with unspoken sentences. There is an arrival forming in the distance, and although it calls itself heartbreak, it is actually a door to a wider sky. The one who hurt you is nearer than your own hesitation. The one who hurt you has touched the threads of your life with unclean hands and then pretended to be confused about why things nodded. They rehearsed innocence in the mirror. They practiced not blinking when your name was mentioned. They learned how to sprinkle apology like perfume without ever washing, and yet none of their rehearsals could prepare them for the hour when truth doesn't need permission to enter. I have numbered this hour. I have given it your name. I have allowed the ache to announce itself not to destroy you, but to free the rooms of your heart from a tenant that never paid rent. Hear me, because I am the one who weaves both thunder and tenderness into the same sentence. The heartbreaking news is not an ending. It is a disconnection of the wire that kept shocking you in the same place. What you will hear, what will be brought to your doorstep, what will knock and call your name, will try to pull you back into the theater of old injuries. But Michael has already cut the ropes above the stage. The curtains will not fall on you. You will walk forward, and nothing heavy will be permitted to travel behind your heel. Do not be afraid of what is about to be revealed, even though it will expose the one who hurt you. They are not bigger than my hand, and they are not deeper than my mercy. And their shadow does not reach the place where I have stood since the beginning, calling you into the light with your true name. I have watched the quiet hours where you watered a garden that someone else kept trampling. I saw you hide parts of yourself so the room would stay peaceful. I watched you practice smallness like it was a virtue, and I leaned down and whispered, "There is nothing holy about making yourself a floor. I am here to lift you into the shape I designed you to carry. And today I am sending Michael to stand between you and the replay button of your pain. The heartbreaking news will not hollow you out. It will clear a jammed doorway so a better wind can move through. You will be tempted to ask why the blow must be delivered at all, why the note must be read, why the confession must come. Listen to me. A wound that is never named keeps bleeding in expensive ways. It becomes a tax on your joy. It hides in your calendar and in your sleep. It whispers, "Stay quiet and maybe you will not be abandoned." But I did not make you to bargain with fear. I made you to walk with me unbent. Even when rain gathers and thunder speaks in a language you don't want to translate, I am translating for you now. The message at your door is not a storm sent to ruin you. It is a proclamation that the season of manipulation has expired. It is the tearing of an old contract you never signed but kept honoring. It is the returning of keys you once gave to a person who kept entering you without reverence. Today, when you feel the tremor, breathe me in. Place your hand over your chest and say, "God is here with me. Archangel Michael is stationed at my threshold. Truth will not be my enemy. What I learn will not eclipse who I am. Every revelation is a servant of my becoming." Let this mantra march through your rooms. Let it climb your stairs. Let it stand by your window like a lantern. You are not alone in this hour. I did not bring you this far to drop you at the border of your freedom and run away. I am the God who escorts. I am the God who waits when you pause in the doorway. I am the God who says, "Take one more step and watch what I do with what once intimidated you." The one who hurt you believed that silence was their ally. They believed that your kindness was a place to hide crime. They believed that if they painted their words with enough pity, you would forget the mathematics of their actions. But mercy is not blindness. It is clarity that refuses to hate. Hear me clearly. I am not inviting you into revenge. I am inviting you into the kind of courage that does not borrow the tactics of the wound. Mercy will protect your heart from becoming what it survived. Justice is already moving through the rooms where decisions about you were made without you. Do not rehearse speeches in your head. You will be given the words you need in the hour you need them. Do not obsess over strategies for exposure. Truth has its own legs, its own mouth, and its own timing. It is already walking toward your house with steps that do not tire. Michael says to you, prepare your house the way you would if a long-lost friend were arriving. Open your curtains to the light. Put away the small accusations you fold like laundry. Replace them with gratitude for breath, for the simple miracle of still being here, for the way your eyes have learned to find color even in complicated rooms. Take a glass of water and bless it with my name and drink it slowly. You are practicing receiving. So much of your life you have carried heavy bags for other people. You have been the secret scaffolding for houses that were never built with you in mind. Today I teach you the art of holy refusal. You will not carry what was never yours. You will not apologize for wounds someone else chose. You will not re-enter a room that smells like the past just because you once owned a chair in it. The heartbreaking news may come as a message on a device, a knock at your door, A confession in someone's trembling voice, a document laid bare, a photograph, a witness finally brave enough to speak. However it arrives, do not let the delivery method distract you from the truth beneath it. Beneath every page is my palm steady holding. Beneath every word is my vow unchanged. I will be your ecosystem while the old systems collapse. I will hold your breath while the room is ventilated. I will carry your name through every corridor where it was mishandled and stamp it with my seal. You are mine. This is not a season where you lose yourself. This is a season where you recover rooms you locked because you thought peace required your disappearance. There will be a cry inside you when the words land. Let it move through. Do not trap it in your throat. Go to a window, breathe, and say, I release what is not mine. I release the performance of being okay. I receive the nearness of God. Michael will stand behind you like a mountain. You will feel your spine. Remember that it was not designed to carry lies. You will notice your hands unclench. If tears come, they are not proof of weakness. They are proof that you are alive enough to heal. The salt in them is ancient. It remembers oceans. It remembers baptisms you didn't know you were having. There is nothing in you that needs to be ashamed of being human while I make you holy. The one who hurt you will try to rename the story. They will call it misunderstanding. They will call it a moment. They will call it pressure. They will summon the testimonies of people who never lived in your skin. They will throw dust in the air to blur the scene. Do not chase the dust. Watch it fall. Stand with me in the center of your own life and say, I choose clean air. Watch how the room becomes breathable. Watch how your heart stops mistaking panic for prophecy. Watch how you can hear me again without interference. Watch how I place into your hands the answers you thought lived far away when they were waiting. Just on the other side of your brave yes. Your provision is not attached to their apology. Your future is not hostage to their narrative. Your worth is not suspended between their acceptance and their neglect. I am your timeline. I am your shelter. I am your wage and your wisdom and your witness. I am not waiting for the vote of those who failed you to bless you. I have already stamped today with a yes that is older than their plan. You will see it in small signs that begin to multiply. A call that aligns. A door that opens without you knocking. A piece of paperwork that once delayed you now ushered forward. A strange ease in conversations that used to feel like walking on broken glass. A new friend who speaks your future in a voice that sounds like home. When the heartbreaking news is delivered, remember to separate information from identity. Information tells you what happened. Identity tells you who you are. Information shifts and updates. Identity remains. Your identity is not a verdict written by anyone who wounded you. Your identity is a sentence I never finish because I keep adding goodness to it. I call you my own. I call you brave. I call you restored. I call you more than what happened. I call you the house where hope eats breakfast. I call you the room where laughter returns and is not ashamed to be loud. I call you the life that will not rehearse abandonment as destiny. Michael is sharpening a sword near your threshold. But the sword is not aimed at people. It is aimed at the cords that bound you to what drained you. He cuts patterns. He slices agreements you made out of fear. He cleaves open the husk of roles you were never meant to play. He says to you, step out of the costume. The world will not collapse if you stop keeping it comfortable. You were not born to be everyone's anesthesia. You were born to be awake. You were born to love without becoming a doormat and to forgive without re-entering the fire. There is a difference, and the difference is sacred. Today you learn it in your bones. Today you wear it like armor that is also a song. You will notice that as truth arrives, so does a tender inventory. Old photos may appear. Old letters may surface. Old memories might knock. Do not panic. Lay them on the table of your becoming. Bless them for whatever they taught you about the contours of your heart. Release them into the river that runs through my will. You will not drown in that river. You will be carried in that current. The heavy names you wore will slip off. Unworthy will slip. Too late will slip. Difficult to love will slip. Bad at choosing will slip. A new garment will cling to your skin. Chosen will cling. On time will cling. Anointed for clarity will cling. Ready for gentleness will cling. You will not have to hold these words to keep them. They will hold you. If fear knocks at midnight and tries to speak in a voice that sounds like your own, answer it with my vocabulary. Say, I am not negotiating with shadows. Say, I am not making appointments with grief that isn't mine. Say, I am guarded. Say, I am provisioned. Say, I am not alone. For God stands in my room and Archangel Michael is at my door and truth has already found me.